Thank you everyone for joining in. So today's webinar session is all about AI capabilities of Mastech. And the speakers would be Vidya Raju, that's me. So I'm senior architect in the HCM track. I have Ritu Balawat and Tarun Agarwal with me who lead the supply chain and finance. So before we begin the agenda for the day, so can we launch a quick poll? Lydia, could you please launch the poll? We are getting fast responses. Right, thank you everyone. So Lydia, you can close the poll. So for the benefit of time. So today's agenda would be to talk about Mastech's AI strategy for Oracle Service Line. And we are going to talk about something interesting called as Adopt AI. And then we speak about the Oracle delivered AI features, introduction and an overview about the features. And then we will speak about Mastech's AI innovation in detail, and we will also guide you on the next steps. So first, when we speak about Mastech's AI strategy for Oracle, so Mastech has started adopting AI in all its day-to-day, just like everyone else. And then our strategy for adopting AI would be fivefold. One, where our implementation methodology itself is now converted to something called as adopt.ai, where we will talk about it in detail. And next, we have Oracle delivered AI, where we are delivering Oracle features, AI features to the customers. And then we have our own innovative use cases that we have built, where we have 10 plus POC ready AI use cases available for customers. And Mastech has also set up an advisory council for AI, where we have an AI center of excellence, and there is a Gen AI Academy for learners who want to involve themselves in Gen AI learning. And then as part of the organizational initiatives, we conducted AI hackathon across the service lines that we have, which helped in cultivating a creative mindset where all the team members developed AI use cases. And we had 20 plus innovative use cases in AI hackathon in the Oracle service line, and there were winners and there were awards given. So our strategy for AI has been consistent, and it has evolved throughout the last couple of months. So now when we talk about the main implementation methodology that we had been using, so which was called as Adopt. So at its core, Adopt has been Mastech's proven implementation methodology for the last 15 years. It's a structured step-by-step journey where customers are taken from where they are and where they want to be in the Oracle implementation. So now we call Adopt as adopt.ai, where it is the new age methodology where we want to revolutionize how we were implementing Adopt. So the underneath layer of Adopt is very simple and robust, and that stays as it is, where we have embedded AI and automation on top of it to make it more empowered and accelerated. So Adopt is an acronym, so where each letter symbolizes one phase. So A stands for advisory, D stands for design, O stands for orchestrate, T stands for prepare, and T stands for transition. So in each of these phases, so where in the advisory phase, where we familiarize the customers with what Oracle is, what the business processes should be, and how they have to start using Oracle. And in the design phase, we craft intelligent and optimized solutions using automated configurations and formula generation. For example, in a traditional Adopt design phase, so we would understand the customer's business processes, and we would do configurations in the system, and we would tailor Oracle to suit the customer's business requirements. But in design AI, we use AI powered tools. For example, if we have to configure a fast formula, so we use Mastech's inbuilt AI powered tool called as Fast Formula Generator to create fast formulas, which will accelerate the design phase. So similarly, in the orchestrate phase, which involves reports or integrations that needs to be developed, so we use internal tools such as SQL automation to do the developments, and you prepare test cases using AI to do seamless integration testing. And in the prepare phase, so we ensure readiness and we use automated tools to do the testing. And in the transition phase, we give build assurance using the AI and automated tools. So this is all about adopt.ai. And what does Adopt.ai mean to the customers, and what business value do we want to generate by using Adopt.ai? So when we talk about Adopt.ai, when we use AI tools, we see that we aim to create optimized designs, we aim to create better quality among the deliverables. So when we have quality deliverables which is accelerated, then of course the time to value improves. So we reduce the time that is required to generate the deliverables or required to complete the project milestones. So when we talk about time to value, the further improvement or the further business value that automatically comes up is the cost reduction that minimizes where there are minimized errors, and it also provides reliable and predictable results. So overall outcome of the project is successful in a faster methodology, which reduces the project cost eventually for the customer. So when we align all of these factors, quality, value, time, and cost, then it automatically improves customer experience and it drives the operational efficiencies, so that there is very productivity is higher and which is error free. So this is the business value that we would want to generate using Adopt.ai to all our customers. So having spoken about Adopt.ai, which is the implementation methodology, now we are going to move towards speaking about the solutions, AI solutions that we will be delivering to the customers. So on one side, our team uses AI powered tools to drive the methodology, and on the solutions that we are implementing to the customers. So when we talk about solutions, so solutions are twofold. So one, there are AI features or AI solutions or use cases that Oracle has given us, and the second one is custom solutions or bespoke AI or generative AI solutions that Mastech has developed. So we have to clearly differentiate between these two and have a clear understanding of what these are, so that it can be implemented for the respective organizations. So when we talk about Oracle Fusion or Oracle provided solutions, so there are multiple AI solutions that are, or use cases that are available. One is embedded AI, which takes a look at your data and it gives predictions or recommendations. Those kind of features are called as classic or the embedded AI features. And the second one is generative AI features, where the content is generated for you amongst the Oracle product itself. So any smart recommendations or intelligent document processing or any the AI driven chatbots, all of these fall into this category, which is Oracle supplied AI features. And the second category of AI features that we will be talking about today is built by us on the Oracle technology, where we talk about bespoke AI, which is a custom AI solutions, which uses generative AI and it is built on OCI. So these kind of use cases support tailored predictive analysis or anything to do with industry specific solutions that solve industry specific problems, or it provides your customized operational mechanism or a recommendation system. So these kind of solutions is what Mastech has built, and we will be talking more in detail about these solutions. So on the first hand, so we will talk about Oracle given solutions. So when we talk about AI solutions that Oracle has provided to us, it has been very interesting. So Oracle started with classic AI solutions, which uses the data as I mentioned, and it delivers predictions or recommendations, and it detects anomalies, and it also compares information. For example, in HCM, we have a use case called time to hire, which predicts the time that the organization will take to hire a particular candidate. So these kind of AI solutions, so it started with these kind of solutions and then moved on to creating Gen AI solutions. So every module has Gen AI solution, for example, where an employee or a manager can use a Gen AI feature called performance development goal. So where there is an AI assist button which will help create content out of nowhere. So you just have to type in the keywords and it creates the development goal descriptions, or how the feedbacks that the manager wants to give for an employee based on few keywords. So these kind of Gen AI use cases, currently there are more than 100+ Gen AI use cases across all the pillars. And then slowly Oracle moved on to creating agents, which is a retrieval augmented system, which is the LLM based, and it delivers personalized data and summaries. So an agent where is one where you upload information and then it summarizes, it answers all your questions on based on the information that it has, and it's available as part of the uploads or as part of the data. Slowly, Oracle is moving towards a multi-step AI agent where it not only answers your questions based on the conversation, but it also ensures that it executes and the tasks and workflows based on the response that is given by you. So, or if you look at Oracle's AI journey, it has been steady and it has been consistently moving towards the latest technologies for the benefit of all of us. So let me quickly move on to the next slide. So before we, talk about more AI use cases, so how we have structured the entire session is we are going to talk about it track-wise. So I will be speaking about the HCM AI use cases, and then I'll pass it on to my colleague Ritu to talk about supply chain, and Tarun will speak about the finance use cases. So starting with Oracle delivered AI in the HCM module. So as we saw in the previous slide, so we have classic AI features and we have Gen AI features and we have agentic AI features. So if you look at the overall AI features till 25B, this 25B is going to be released, and if the feature list has already been released for 25B, if you look at up till 25B, so we have more than 50 use cases currently in HCM. So for example, I already spoke about time to hire. So in classic AI, so you also have features which gives you recommendations. For example, your suggested candidates. So where it suggests candidates based on the employee skill who has resigned. So if you're looking for to replace an employee and you have opened a position for replacing an employee, so you have suggested candidates based on the skill of the employee. So you have features like that uses your data. So these features mainly works on the data that is available. For example, it has been mentioned that for ORC and talent recommendations to be made, so it needs to have 6 to 12 months of data, which is desirable. So it will still work, but if the AI has to make better predictions, so it should have 6 to 12 months of data. So these kind of features are available with us and in the product itself, and we can enable it as per the need basis. And there are a lot of each module, for example, recruitment and talent management, or be it HR. So there are so many features which are available to us, which will ease the way we operate. So these are classical or embedded AI features. Next, when we look at generative AI features or Gen AI features, where it generates a content or it generates a para or any kind of recommendations or descriptions, or which is based on few keywords that you type in. So for example, a candidate email and text messages. So it will send emails and text messages to candidates with the next steps, or what is the job description, and there are a few other details that if you want it to send emails automatically, so you can use these features. Or it can create a career site content, so it can create job posting descriptions, or be it career learning recommendations. So there are a lot of such generative AI features which are available in Oracle as part of the standard product itself. So as for the latest AI agents, so we have a lot of AI agents, at least 20 plus AI agents that has been released. So where, for example, you have employee hiring advisor. So it looks at the policy document and it guides the employees as per the hiring process, and it suggests a lot of what are the journeys that the employees have to take throughout their employment cycle. A leave and absence analyst, so this will help employees in answering their queries related to leave or absence, makes them understand their policies. And the AI agents are very simple to enable, and then you can give it to your employees so that a lot of queries can be answered by the agents themselves. So if you want to know more about these features, so please do register for the sessions, upcoming sessions, and each of the module and each of these features, whichever module it is present in, these features will be explained in a detailed manner in all those sessions. So these are some of the just screenshots of the Oracle delivered AI. So for example, if you want to look at the job posting description. So for example, if you want to create a job posting description, you just have to type in few keywords and it will start generating the content. And an employee will have the about me section where they can talk about themselves, where the AI assist button is available for them to create a very creative narrative about themselves, and where they can talk about their interests, expertise, and all of that. So, and if you look at the AI assist option, when it is also available when you're creating new journey templates, or be it performance review summary, where you can type in, the manager can type in their feedback to the employees. And also we have the learning and development agents, where you can have the AI agents to translate the skills catalog. So there are multiple features this way, and you can avail them and enable them in your standard Oracle product itself. It has no separate licenses. It comes at the licensing cost, which is available as part of your subscription itself. There is no additional cost to for these features as from an Oracle's perspective. So from an HCM standpoint, if you have to talk about the AI solutions that Mastech has developed, so we have three AI solutions that can be used along with your day-to-day activities. So a Talent Genius solution which aligns with your recruitment, a Play Clock Genius solution that aligns with your time and labor module, and an onboarding Wiz that aids the new hires in terms of their onboarding exercise, and a fast formula generator, as we all spoke about. So it is part of the Adopt AI design phase, where we are using the fast formula generator to generate fast formulas. So now let's talk about each of these features, and we will also see a short demo of how these features work and help you. So first, let's start with Talent Genius. So Talent Genius is a recruitment solution that helps the recruiters and hiring managers to automate the repeated tasks. So it is an avatar-based interview solution where an AI avatar will conduct the initial screening and initial interview for all the candidates. Imagine a situation where you have almost 100 resumes or 100 candidates who have applied for a particular position. So it is going to be very repetitive for a recruiter to go through each and every profile, to understand each and every candidates and rate them, score them, and speak to them and do the initial screening and then shortlist them to the next level, right? So if let's say there is an AI which reads the resumes of the candidate, it reads the job description, gives you a matching, or the bulk screens all the candidates, and also conducts the in first level interview itself, and then provides you with a list of shortlisted candidates. How easy it is going to be for the recruiters to complete this process, and in a very seamless, secure, and faster way. So let's see what Talent Genius as a solution offers to us. I'm going to play a short video so you can understand how Talent Genius works.
Mastech's Talent Genius empowers you to elevate your hiring game with precision and ease. The question generation feature of Talent Genius revolutionizes recruitment by making the process smarter and more efficient, and streamline high-volume hiring with Fusion's bulk pre-screening feature, which evaluates multiple resumes simultaneously, ensuring fair, unbiased scoring and instant insights for recruiters to focus on top talent. Meet Mastech's Talent Genius avatar, Alex, your AI-powered interview assistant. Candidates log in securely with a one-time link to verify their identity before diving into a dynamic, adaptive interview experience.
Hello, I am Alex. I will be conducting your interview today.
Ensure secure, compliant interviews with Mastech's AI-powered verification. From real-time ID checks to detecting impersonation and pausing for camera issues, the AI handles it all seamlessly. Experience seamless, secure, and intelligent hiring with Talent Genius, your ultimate AI-powered HCM solution.
I hope that was very useful. So if you had taken a look at Talent Genius solution, so it can bulk screen candidates, and it can also conduct the AI interviews, and then it will shortlist the candidates based on the interview feedback, and it is going to provide the recruiters with a list of candidates. So moving on to the next use case, so which is PayClock Genius. So PayClock Genius is a solution that works along with your uh, Oracle time and labor module. So where we have a AI asking for the employees bare minimum information and then filling their timesheets, based on the previous data or the information that is available in the system. For example, it uses the shift, it takes into consideration the shift details, the leave details, the public holidays, and it goes and fills the timesheets for the employees upon employees confirmation. So let us take a quick look at PayClock Genius, which is an AI powered solution that is very much compliant to your organization's policies.
Meet PayClock Genius, Mastech's AI-powered time card agent designed to streamline time tracking, ensure accuracy, and reduce manual efforts with zero keystrokes and minimal clicks. Employees can submit time cards effortlessly while ensuring compliance with company policies. Let's see PayClock Genius in action. Welcome to PayClock Genius, accurate, automated, and policy-compliant time card management. This is the PayClock Genius portal, where employees can submit their time cards quickly and efficiently. Let's take an example of an employee, Adrian, submitting his time cards for the last week. Step 1. Submitting time cards. Employees can access PayClock Genius via a direct link or from the Fusion system. The system prompts Adrian to enter time card details for specific dates. AI-powered automation ensures accurate submissions. For February 17th, 18th, and 20th, PayClock Genius automatically fills in the time cards. However, for February 19th and 21st, it identifies leave applied on February 19th, public holiday on February 21st. PayClock Genius automatically adjusts the time card submissions while keeping compliance in check. Step 2. Handling unfilled time cards. The system detects pending time cards for February 12th and 14th. If Adrian chooses not to submit, PayClock Genius displays company policies and provides guidance on compliance. The unfilled time cards are filled seamlessly upon confirmation from the employee. Step 3. Managing overtime requests. PayClock Genius is smart enough to handle overtime requests. Let's say Adrian works a 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. shift but requests an extension until 8 p.m., 3 extra hours, as per company policy. PayClock Genius detects the overtime request and prompts Adrian to submit a formal request for a confirmation. Once approved, the system records both the regular shift and overtime hours accurately. With PayClock Genius, time card management becomes effortless, AI-driven automation for seamless submissions, accurate, ensures compliance with policies and schedules, intelligent, automatically detects leaves, holidays, and overtime requests. Transform your workforce efficiency with PayClock Genius, the future of time card management. Ready to optimize your time tracking process? Contact us today.
That's about PayClock Genius, where PayClock Genius fills in your time cards based on the confirmation of, and also identify all the previous unfilled time cards, and then it can just fill the time cards with just one click. And the next solution that we have is OnboardWiz, which is a transactional AI solution again. And OnboardWiz actually simplifies the end-to-end onboarding process for a new hire. So let's say you have a new hire who's joining your organization, and several times they will have to enter multiple forms where they have to repeat the same information again and again. So let's say they have to fill in a personal information form, and then they have to upload a documentation, and then they have to also fill in a pensions related forms, or there could be bank related forms. There would be several forms that they will have to fill in at each point in time during their onboarding journey. So what if we have a solution that if it simplifies the end-to-end process, where it takes the information just once and then uploads it in the relevant sections of the sections of the onboarding journey, or they don't have to repeat themselves again and again with the same information. So onboard Viz essentially does the same thing. So it is a solution that has been piloted with 2 tasks for your reference, and you can see a demo how seamless it works with those 2 tasks. So let me play onboard Viz demo for you.
Are you facing challenges with time-consuming, manual, and rigid onboarding processes? Meet Onboarding Wiz, Mastech's AI-powered solution that transforms employee onboarding into a seamless, efficient, and automated experience. With intelligent data processing and minimal manual effort, Onboarding Wiz simplifies onboarding for both employees and HR teams. Let's see how it works. Welcome to Onboarding Wiz, smart, fast, and automated employee onboarding. This is the Onboarding Wiz login screen, where newly hired employees can begin their onboarding journey. Let's take an example of a new employee, Michael Shark. Upon logging in, he can access all his assigned onboarding tasks in one place. Step 1. Updating personal information. Michael starts by updating his personal details. The system provides a summary of his existing information. It prompts him to upload a government ID for verification. He uploads his driving license, and Onboarding Wiz AI automatically extracts and updates his address details. Step 2. Providing additional information. Next, Michael is asked to enter date of birth, marital status, phone number. With just a few clicks, his details are securely submitted. Step 3. Seamless integration with HR systems. Once the onboarding steps are completed, Onboarding Wiz automatically syncs with the Fusion HR system. The uploaded driving license is securely stored. The extracted details, address, phone number, marital status, and date of birth are updated instantly in the HR system. No manual data entry, no errors, just a smooth, automated process. With Onboarding Wiz, employee onboarding becomes effortless. AI-powered automation reduces manual work. Accurate, intelligent data capture ensures precision. Seamless, hassle-free integration with enterprise HR systems. Transform your onboarding experience with Onboarding Wiz, the future of employee onboarding, powered by Mastech. Ready to streamline your onboarding process? Contact us today.
So if you've taken a look at the onboard Wiz, so the employee had to, or the new hire had to upload the documentation proof, and it automatically gathered the address from the document proof. So why does the new employee has to fill in the address, then also upload the document, which contains the address? So why not read from the document and fill in the relevant sections of the particular document? So all of these use cases also integrate with Oracle Fusion in the respective modules. So for example, when we talk about onboarding, so it not only fills the personal information and all the relevant information which is required as part of the onboarding process, but it also creates documents where it adds the attachments, and it also creates the records as per the onboarding journey of the particular employee. And PayClock Genius, if you look at it, it integrates with the OTL module and fills in the timesheets. So these are the HCM solutions which are available. So if you're interested, please speak to your project managers or support managers to know more about it, and we will come and explain these solutions in detail to you. So I now pass it on to my colleague Ritu to talk about supply chain use cases. So Ritu, over to you.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, Vidya, for overview on the HCM AI use cases. So now let's talk about supply chain AI use cases. Okay. So just like Vidya mentioned, right? So we have Oracle delivered AI within supply chain as on the latest release of 25 A and B. So all the AI features that are currently available in Oracle, right, are classified broadly under Gen AI, AI agents, and Classic AI. So when we started the AI journey in Oracle Fusion, it started with the Classic AI features, and then it moved on to Gen AI, and the recent one with 25A, we have AI agents rolling out into supply chain. So to give you some of the examples of Gen AI, so these are more like transactional AI assistant features. So they would be enabled on a particular transaction. So they're quick to configure, easy to implement, and they are more like reducing the effort and saving you time while you perform a transaction. So they are more transactional in nature. So the example is PO summarization. So looking at the PO, you would come to know what this PO is about for which type of items. Suggest new suppliers on a negotiation. So let's say in an advanced sourcing module, or when you're conducting a negotiation or an RFQ with floated an RFQ and have couple of categories and items which are there in your RFQ, it will suggest that which type of suppliers are available in this particular category for you to choose from. And it brings data from the web and gives you suggestion on new suppliers. For example, in the quality side of things, generate inspection characteristics. So if there is a particular item for which you need to generate inspection characteristics, what ideally should be inspected, it also generates those characteristics which you can save and accept the suggestion, and it will just go and sit there in your configuration. So these are more like transactional in nature, helps you quickly do things. And therefore, even if you are currently ongoing an implementation or a rollout, you can quickly adopt these features in no time. Then comes AI agents. AI agents, currently in Oracle, we have RAG-based agents, which is like retrieval and augmented generation, which means that, let's say, you have a procurement policy, or if you have a manufacturing operational procedure manual or a guide, or a maintenance schedule or policy, or any kind of quality inspection documents. All of these documents which supports our transactional process, many a times a user, so for example a procurement policy advisor, a requester or a requisitioner might want to know that what is the IT policy for the hardware procurement, or what is the procurement policy for ordering headphones if he or she is a new joinee, right? Such type, or what is the approval limit for ordering an item which is of a certain amount. So these type of questions typically are available in your procurement policy, and a user might want to interact with those internal company policy documents. Similarly goes for the manufacturing operational procedure guide. So for example, if the worker in the work center is completing a certain operation on a machine, and he or she seeks some guidance based on the procedural document which is available, might want to quickly call out and ask while performing the transaction. So these are certain AI agents which are available, easy to configure again, and can be easily deployed in your environment. Then comes the classic AI features. These are more predictive in nature, machine learning based. It needs data for it to implement. So for example, if you are a customer who have already gone live, are using the system for more than 6 months, these are some of the relevant areas to look at. So for example, spend classification, it classifies your unclassified spend coming either from your procurement expenses or payables, and suggests you the right category of spend so that you can do effective spend analytics. Dynamic discounting, again, it looks at the data and it suggests you that what kind of rebates can be given to the vendors. Lead time insights is, again, it provides insight into lead times and gives suggestions. So these are some of these features which requires a lot of data into the system. So overall, if we see, there are around 40 plus use cases as far as chain is concerned across Gen AI, AI agents, and classic AI. So if you're interested in any of these use cases, we are happy to do a separate discussion for them. But today's webinar is focused more on showcasing some use cases we have developed at Mastech as far as supply chain, HCM, or finance is concerned. Some of the screen shots that I have placed, some of the Oracle delivered AI supply chain features. So this is a Gen AI features. You can see highlights, generate, purchase order includes XYZ catering delivery. So it basically summarizes your line items into an AI generated description. Also on the self-service procurement page, you can see that the AI agent procurement policy advisor is enabled, which is a requisition policies, where a requester can ask any question related to the procurement policy in the chat. So these are, some of the examples. So now let's move on to the features that we have, or AI solutions that we have, which are Mastech built. So first one is the Fusion Assisto. So Fusion Assisto is a transactional AI assistant. So it pretty much is a bot which allows you to ask any query in order to perform a transaction. So for example, if you are on a procurement page and you are a buyer and you want to know what was the last PO price, um, uh, is the supplier delivering on time, what is the status of XYZ, or am I eligible for a discount, is the supplier eligible? So there are lots of questions which are required as an input before you take a transaction decision, right? And many a times we end up navigating into multiple screens of different modules. So for example, as a buyer, I want to know, do we have enough stock on hand in the central warehouse? And if the answer is not available because I don't have the inventory screen, because I don't have an inventory license. So what do I do? Typically, I would probably go to a custom report and get that information out. Similarly, for a requester, if a requester wants to know that what was the last purchase order price, the requester may or may not have the access to the purchase order page. Was the supplier delivering this item on time? If a requester wants to know, the requester does not have access to the details from the inventory, right? So we end up creating custom reports to fix this small requirements and solutions. What if you had a transactional assistant right at your fingertips wherein you can ask all of these questions? So this is what Fusion Assisto is. Then is the Spend Champ. This is in a way spend analytics, but more in an interactive manner where you can interact over Microsoft Teams to gather the data around spend, that what was the spend in last quarter for a certain category, show me the month-on-month trends, so on and so forth. This is currently at a POC stage, but if you're at all interested, we can further take that discussion. Inventory IQ, again, it is very similar to Fusion Assisto. So currently we are in a way joining these solutions together, which means that if we want to know in a manner that if I have a certain on-hand balance available, and if I want to know that when this stock is going to expire in future based on the current on-hand demand and current incoming supply, typically supply and demand reservations page. But that page has certain limitations where it allows you to only see item by item. It does not give you that flexibility to understand based on full list of items, or ask just based on natural language that what is it, which items I should be careful, let's say, for reordering in next 1 month. If this is the kind of basic level of understanding that we want to for better inventory management, Inventory IQ is that bot which helps you to do that. Workcraft AI, or Cookcraft AI as we call it, it is helping you to create work definitions in Oracle manufacturing. So this use case came up with one of our manufacturing customers, where they have lot of bill of materials and product structures being created on an everyday basis, and it is really a pain to go and create work definitions. And therefore, this idea came up that what if we could really come up with AI-based automation agent which would help us to create work definition in no time. So we will see that in a detail in a moment. And then we have contracts AI. So again, when it comes to procurement contracts or any other type of contracts, there are a lot of questions which we need to ask on a contract. We need to do summarization. We want to know what is the payment terms clause. We want to know what are the key deliverables, which are the key due dates. There are a lot of frequently asked questions which we may have on a contract that we want to pre-configure or ask on a runtime basis. So this contracts AI does that for you. So let us see some of them through a video. We may not have enough time to go into details for each one of them. So in the interest of time, I'll just show you the Cookcraft AI and the Fusion Assisto.
Hello everyone, my name is Aftab Ansari and I'm thrilled to introduce you to our latest innovation, Cookcraft AI in Oracle Fusion Supply Chain Management. What if I told you there's a way to streamline work definition creation in Oracle Fusion, saving you countless hours and ensuring 100% accuracy? Today, product managers and production managers often face a tedious process when defining work definitions. Switching between modules and manually entering data not only wastes their time, but it also increases the risk of errors. This repetitive workflow slows down production cycles and it impacts operational efficiency. That is where Cookcraft AI comes in. Cookcraft AI is an intelligent AI-powered tool designed to streamline the creation of work definitions, all without ever having to leave Oracle Fusion's product management UI. By intelligently analyzing existing product data, Cookcraft AI automates the creation of work definitions, ensuring accuracy, consistency, and speed. So now that you've heard what Cookcraft AI can do, let's see it in action. I'm going to show you a real-time demo so you can see just how seamless and efficient this process can be. All right, so let's assume that I'm a product manager and I was just working on defining this new product. I've finished the definition of the product, and this is the point where I would now create the work definition. Traditionally, this would require me to navigate out of product management, go over to work definitions and create the work definition for this item from scratch. That process would take me no less than 20 to 30 minutes. Now, with Cookcraft AI, I can create that new work definition without ever having to leave the page that I'm already on. I can do so by just calling Cookcraft from here. Once I do that, Cookcraft is going to greet me with a message and it will give me some basic information about the item that I'm working on. Here, I can give a confirmation whether I'd like to proceed with it. Once I give a confirmation, Cookcraft is going to run some pre-validations to make sure that the item which I'm working on is actually valid for work definition creation. It does so by analyzing certain important attributes related to the item and making sure that the item is actually a manufactured item and it has a valid structure that can be used for creating the new work definition. Next, it is going to request me for a catalog which I would like to use. This part is important because each product can be categorized into multiple functional areas. By the selection that I'm going to make here, it is going to intelligently identify the similar products that can be used to fetch the historical data on the basis of which the new work definition can be created. In this case, I'm going to go ahead with Excite Inventory Catalog. Now here, it is Cookcraft is now identifying similar items which can be taken as a reference. Once it does that, it is going to give me some basic information about that item. And as you can see here, we have the item details of the items, that is the most relevant item based on my selection, and some of the basic work definition details. At this point, I don't need to do anything else. All I need to do is just click on Create Work Definition. As soon as I do that, voila, the work definition is already created. So as you can see, how long did that take me? Within just a few seconds, I was able to create a new work definition for this new product, and it took me just 3 clicks, right? So Cookcraft AI can reduce the work definition creation time by up to 90%, enabling the teams to focus on higher value tasks. Cookcraft leverages AI to suggest optimized definition based on a historical data, minimizing manual inputs and errors. So whether you're creating a new work definition for just one product or scaling your production across multiple product lines, Cookcraft AI grows with your business. So let's transform the way you manage work definitions in Oracle Fusion. Faster, smarter, and seamlessly integrated into your workflow. That is Cookcraft AI. I thank you for your time and attention.
Yeah, so that was Cookcraft AI that we saw. So now let's go and see the Fusion Assisto. Now Fusion Assisto, currently I'm logged in as a buyer. So now I'm calling the agent, which is Fusion Assisto, selecting the environment to log in with my credentials. So this agent is a secure agent which will allow you to function only if your credentials are entered. This can also be, single sign-on. So currently it says, I am your Fusion assistant. How may I help you? So I have different types of transactional assistants, such as purchase order assistant, item assisto, sales order assisto, costing assisto. So for the sake of this, will talk about the PO assisto. So it says that in order to use this assistant, you need to navigate to the purchasing work area. So now as a buyer of one of these hospitals, I'm now opening one of the orders, which is currently in the draft mode, and I'm preparing the order. So now the order is with City Pharmacy Limited. So I'm editing this order. Now I can see the supplier details, currently ordering for one of these hospitals, one of the medical consumable items, which is a laryngoscope. So I select this item, laryngoscope, and I have the description and everything. Now I want to know as a buyer that what is the last purchase price for this particular item? At what price did we buy? So I have a couple of questions which are currently pre-configured, but however, I can ask, whichever use cases that we define, we can have these questions available. So it presents me with the details of PO, price, date, and vendor. Let's say I want to know the last 3 purchase orders for these items. So it again quickly provides me the details of these are the PO numbers, this is the price and date and vendors with which we did all of these purchasing. And also if we want to know that what is the price history for this item, right, it gives me that details. And this is the most common question that a buyer would have. Similarly, we could have n number of other things that we may want to know, which is let's say apart from what we have in the Fusion data, right? We want to know, suggest top 5 suppliers to buy laryngoscope in North America based on certain characteristics like pricing, timely delivery, and quality. So these kind of general questions, it also brings the data from the web and it gives you the answers right there and there itself. So it says that, let's say you have McKesson Medical Surgical, Cardinal Health, Medline Industries, etc., which are some of the top suppliers for laryngoscope in North America. So who is the manufacturer for this item? What is the manufacturing part number? What is the UNSPSC code for this item, right? So there are a lot of questions which are easily answered using the AI. So this is what Fusion Assisto is, right? So you imagine the art of possible now with this transactional assistant. You can pretty much configure n number of questions that you would like to have on a particular transaction. Similarly, you can also initiate a lot of transactional things as well. So this is just a proof of concept. So if you're interested in automating any of such use cases within your environment, please connect with us. And with this, I'll hand it over to my team member, Tarun, if you can start the finance side of this.
So yeah, hello everyone, and thank you so much, Ritu and Vidya, for that details around the use cases or the solutions that we have built around HCM and SCM. Now for the finance part, again, we have multiple features available as part of AI up till the current release, that is 25B. As per the Gen AI release, we have something called as intelligent account combination defaulting, which defaults the code combination automatically by going through the history of the code combinations that have been that have been entered for a particular scenario. We have also have multiple AI agents that are part of the finance work area. We are going to demonstrate a few AI agents in our session today. FinMate being one of them, which is a transactional agent. Again, it will provide some valuable insights and good charts and information around the transactional information and the transactions that have been entered into the system. Then we have something called as Contract Genius, which not only translates, summarizes, reads, and goes through the contracts, but also creates the contracts for you in the system. And the downstream connection with the system allows you to, validate what amount of contract has been completed, how much collection has been made, and so on. We have something called as Rapid AI Period Close, which enables you to close the period more efficiently and in a faster manner. Apart from this, we have a few standard Oracle AI agents called Document IO agent and the Ledger agent, and few of the other agents as well, which have been released by Oracle. As classic AI, we have some features called as Invoice IDR, that is Intelligent Document Recognition. Many of you would be already using it. It is an invoice scanning solution which automatically identifies and learns through your implementation journey, wherein it maps the field with the existing field that you had. So if you have a particular purchase order number mentioned in a different way in your supply invoice, once you train the system, it will learn and make sure the next time that supply invoice comes in, it generates the purchase order number accordingly. Then we have something called as dynamic discounting, which provides you a accurate ADR, that is adjusted discount rate, which will be most beneficial for you to make the payment for the to that particular supplier. The expense digital assistant will help you to create your expense report very quickly, maybe just by sending us message or by just sending a receipt on an email. We have more than 30 use cases in finance work area, and we are going to present a few of them today. These are some screenshots that we have from few of the Oracle delivered solutions that we have. We have something called as invoice scanning, early payment discount scheme, the account combination defaulting, and obviously the digital assistant. Moving on towards the what solutions that Mastech have built, we have something called as Rapid AI period close. Now, someone who has done multiple period close would know how chaotic the period close processes can be. There's transactions, unvalidated invoices, and so on. Now, Rapid AI period close will make sure that you are able to Rapid AI period close will make sure that you are able to close those period and handle all of those errors or issues quite well. I'll start the demo for this one, where we can view what Rapid AI period close can do.
Here. So meanwhile, these processes are being triggered and completed. Let me give you the brief detail about Rapid AI period close assistant. Here, we are trying to automate all the processes that is a prerequisites to payables period close activity. So with the automation, we have bifurcated this particular whole activity into the 4 steps so that we can allow users to access the steps based on their roles, so that no unauthorized person can process the steps, right? So this particular first step, we can process this first step as and when required or any suitable frequency, so that we can identify the exception before the closing our periods. So let's have a look at the log file which is generated by Oracle. We all know how difficult to read this log file and get the information out of this log file which is meaningful to us, right? So we leverage the AI capabilities over here, and we summarize this log file with the accurate data and actionable insights. So let's have a quick look at the summary data. So if we can have a look at this summary data, we get the meaningful information out of this summary data along with the actionable recommendations as well. So along with this particular schedule processes, we have incorporated OTBI report to get the details in which we need to follow up with the users to remove the holds from the invoices. So we can also incorporate such other standard functionality which is there on the Oracle. So let's move to the step 2, which is payable period close exception report. So we all know how bulky this exception report could be. So it totally depends upon the transaction which are there in the exception. But again, why AP manager need to have a look at all the list of transaction rather than having a bird's eye view at the transaction which are there on the exception, so that he can ask users to take adequate steps. So let's have a look at the summary which is over here. Yes. So basically this AI will summarize all the transactions that are in the exception based on their categories. Apart from that, it will recommend some corrective actions as well. It will show the resolution trends. It will show the potential automation opportunities and so on. Right. Now let's jump to the third step, which is sweep unaccounted transaction to the next period. If we need to sweep any transaction to the next open period, which is unaccounted in the current period, then we can do it from here itself. And the last will be for the period close process. So here we have incorporated all the processes that are required to close a period, right? So here is the way where we can close our periods faster, smarter, and better. Thank you for your time and attention.
So that was about the rapid AI period close, where automation was plugged in with AI to summarize, provide corrective actions, and to provide way ahead for the period close. Now, the period close process for the rapid AI period close solution was divided into 4 processes or 4 steps, which can be utilized to simplify and automate the period close process. The next solution when I move towards would be FinMate. Before I move to FinMate, I request Lydia if you can publish the second poll for tonight. And I request the attendees to answer that poll question, please. Thank you everyone for answering those poll questions. With that, I'll move towards our next solution, that is FinMate. Now, FinMate is an AI-driven tool which helps you get unstructured, that helps you transform unstructured and disjointed transactional information into a meaningful data. Now, FinMate is a transactional agent which will enable you, will process the information that you have mentioned and will bring you the information accordingly. We have a video for FinMate, so I'll play that video now. Now, this particular solution will enable you to type your own query, or you can select a query from here. Here, we have selected to analyze the expenses between this year and the last year. Here, we'll analyze the operational expense during this year, which is identified, which is mentioned in blue, and the last year data mentioned in the column right. FinMate will also allow you to further expand this particular information and even save this particular graphics, which can be further relayed to the team or can be used in the presentations as well. If we open the information, here is the data, how it will be presented. If you further want to dig down into that information, you can simply select that particular area, and FinMate will open that particular analysis for you. You can again hover over those graphs to get more information, and this particular information would be generated real time from the system itself. This information can also be published in the presentations and for comparisons as well. If you are interested to get further granular level information, you can simply download this data, and here it will be available in an Excel format too. Here you can see all the cost centers, the expenses that happened in this year, last year, and compare it accordingly. FinMate will also generate some insights for all of this information, wherein if an expense has been increased, what could have been the reason? Let's say our rent has been increased for a particular year. And at the end, it will also provide a summary of what is the percentage increase, what are the meaning of those increase, and so on. If you want to further analyze this information, or if you want to further query on other kind of expense, let's say how the expense varied this year based on every quarter, FinMate can also do a comparison of those details as well. FinMate will generate the information again from based on the system that you have and generate the graphical representation along with some insights here. So here we can see for the Q1, Q2, Q3 and the different quarters that we have the expense that have been happened for that particular organization. FinMate will give you a comparison of what was the percentage increase or decrease in a particular quarter and what was the reason of those increase or decrease that has happened. Here we can see that the expenses in Q4 were relevantly less than the expenses happened in the different quarters of the year. We can further also check with FinMate which region has generated the highest revenue for us. Now, the data that we used only possess the information for Oman and has generated, and the system has smartly identified that okay, the data that we have given was just for Oman. So if I further query, if I want to know which particular cost center drives the most sales for us or the most revenue for us, I can simply ask FinMate rather than going through compiling multiple reports, preparing the presentation myself, doing the getting the insights myself. I can simply ask FinMate to do those. Here I can change the graphics, and let's say if I want a bar chart instead of a pie chart, the same can be done using FinMate as well. So this was about FinMate. Now, if I go back to my other solutions that we have, BuddyBot and Contract Genius. BuddyBot again is an AI-powered assistant which helps the users and guides them to the processes that are finalized by the SMEs. When we finalize these processes, we curate various documents, and BuddyBot will make sure that the users are following those documents. While Contract Genius is a tool which can analyze, highlight, translate, and even create the contracts in the system for you. It also connects with the downstream transactions, which also provides some valuable insights, as in if in a particular phase of a contract, let's say you were supposed to receive £1 million, but you have only received let's say 1,000 pounds, and Contract Genius information and will provide those details as well. With that, I'll check if we have any question answers.
There are no questions.
Oh, thank you. Should we launch the third poll then? I request the attendees to answer the polls. And if they have any questions for us, they can ask the questions to us in this meantime as well. Further, like to demonstrate these solutions to you. So in case if you are interested in a further detailed demonstration of any of these solutions or any of the assets in detail, we will be more than happy to demonstrate these to you. As next steps, we will be sharing this presentation and session recording with you. You can also connect with your project manager, SAM support manager, your service agent or service management service manager if you are interested to learn about more AI innovations, AI solutions that we have presented, or you need any help with any of the quarterly updates that we have that you'll be seeing going ahead. We have also planned a long list of quarterly update session where you can attend these session and gain insights of what is coming in the 25B release of Oracle Fusion. I'd request everyone to please register for these webinars and know about these particular quarterly updates well in advance. With that, I'd like to thank our team members Vidya Raju, Ritu Balawat, Lydia for the great presentation and demonstration. Thank you so much, team. Thank you everyone for joining in as well.